I feel a connection to JFS because I see the impact it has for individuals in our community.
I work closely with volunteers who've become good friends.
I think about all the people we serve on a monthly basis.
We're able to reach so many families every day.
I relish the unique experiences that I will encounter every day with residents and clients of the greater St. Louis area.
I like JFS because it is local to St. Louis and helps our community.
And I also like that JFS doesn't just serve the needs of one particular demographic. JFS's services are available to people of all ages, religions, races, and gender identities.
The JFS provides the highest quality social services with a highly skilled, highly trained, dedicated staff.
As a social worker, I see firsthand that individuals are able to access services they would otherwise not have access to, whether it be for mental health or the food pantry.
The JFS is important because of the children's lives that are changed. In the decade plus that I've been seeing children at the JFS, I've had the privilege of bringing hope, changing lives, changing the trajectory of their lives, where they're going. That is a great privilege. Thank you, JFS.
Well, good evening. We are so happy you're with us for our gala celebration. I'm Brian Braunstein, President of the JFS Board of Directors.
And I'm Miriam Seidenfeld, CEO of JFS.
Well, Miriam and I just popped out of the Ritz Ballroom to spend some time with you this evening. Most of all, we want to thank you for joining us from home. Our gala wouldn't be complete without all of you. We have a lot to be proud of and really so much to celebrate. Thanks to your support, JFS directly impacted the lives of 50,000 people in our community last year. We are grateful for all that you do to support JFS year in and year out, and especially these past 2 years. So much has changed since we gathered for our gala 2 years ago, but the role of JFS in our community hasn't changed. And you'll see and hear about that tonight. Some of you watching from home helped us to plan this beautiful evening. Miriam and I would like to thank you and our entire gala committee for bringing us together tonight and for your dedicated and highly creative efforts, especially as we shifted mid-planning to include both virtual and in-person events.
We also want to express our deepest gratitude to all of tonight's generous sponsors who made this event possible. I want to recognize our lead sponsor, Harvey Friedman, whose kindness and humor quietly energize our community. Your extraordinary support of tonight's event was given with the same humility with which you carry yourself every day, and with the intention of simply doing the right thing to care for others. Thank you, Harvey. I would also be remiss if I didn't express my gratitude to immediate past President Jill Belsky, current President Brian Braunstein, our entire board of directors, and those who served on our emergency COVID task force for steering JFS so capably during these past 2 unprecedented years. I want to thank you for your tireless efforts on behalf of all our clients, board members, volunteers, friends, and staff. We are emerging so much stronger because of your medical expertise, your business acumen, your legal and HR knowledge, and your many lives full of wisdom, all of which are now deeply woven into these past 2 dynamic years of change. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize our JFS staff for their selfless work. The team is comprised of exceptionally passionate and compassionate professionals and volunteers who work tirelessly to provide personalized services that enrich the lives of those in need in our community. This was especially evident over the past 20 months with the increased needs exacerbated by the pandemic and the expertise with which our staff team reacted and pivoted to continue to provide the necessary services without a pause. And I speak for our staff when I tell you that we could not do the critical work we do every day without you.
The food pantry serves an essential need for the entire St. Louis community, and without this, we would be not serving the people that of need, period.
We provide food, fresh food, for people in the St. Louis area. We're the biggest food pantry in town.
The Harvey Kornblum Food Pantry is essential to the St. Louis community because it serves as the food lifeline for its customers.
We're able to bridge that gap
Donating my time to those that are food insecure has become a new passion of mine. Additionally, I've been able to spend time over the last year making deliveries with my youngest son and showing him how to give back and what's really important.
With the benefits of Jewish Family Services, past and current clients live a more enriching and fulfilling life.
The Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry is essential because food is essential.
Thank you for all the support that you have given the community, and we appreciate everything that JFS is doing.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, JFS.
Well, we go to grab JFS past president and dedicated pantry volunteer Steve Green from the cocktail hour so he can share a special video about tonight's honorees in just a few minutes. Let's turn it over to our friend Fletcher Lane to explain how you can participate and help make a real difference in our community.
Thank you, Brian, and hello again to the JFS community. At our gala 2 years ago, you set a high bar for your generosity and support for JFS, our programs, and the people we serve. So let's talk about how we're going to top that this year, and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Now, to get ready, please take out your phone. Text JFS Gala 2021 all together to 44-321. Once again, send the message JFS Gala 2021 all together to 44-321. When you hit send, you will receive a link to our donation webpage. Once you have the webpage, there's no need to text again. Now, if you are viewing tonight through the Give Lively page, this page is going to allow you to easily and securely make a contribution by credit card, bank account, or Apple Pay. Now, if you're eager to do this right now, I certainly won't stop you, but I'll also be back in a little while to help illustrate all the ways your donation is helping people in our community through JFS. So, Brian, it's back to you.
Thanks, Fletcher. Very helpful information for our folks. So we're excited to see those dollars add up. JFS thrives because of the foresight, passion, and dedication of so many people. The Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry is woven into the identity of JFS and into the fabric of our community. So tonight, we are thrilled to be honoring Gay Kornblum, Kathy Kornblum, Laura Silver, and Michael Silver for their leadership and support to help shape this critical organization in our Jewish community. JFS and the Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry would not have been able to provide food to more than 21,000 people last year without their partnership and compassion. With that, let's roll the video.
The Harvey Kornblum Foundation has been so meaningful. The food pantry is named after them. Their contributions have been significant.
Harvey was a very hardworking man. He was in World War II in Okinawa. I think he got scared about being hungry, and that sort of ties into the food pantry because he wanted to make a major contribution and leave his name on something that was meaningful.
My dad had a very kind heart. He really saw and understood what it meant for individuals or families to struggle.
You know what it feels like to be hungry, but if that's a chronic state of life for you, that's a really hard thing to overcome. I think the JFS and the food pantry serve as a wonderful ambassador to the larger St. Louis community because I don't know what's more important than helping people who are in need.
It is hands-on, it is meaningful, it is personable with those that we're serving, and it's a great organization and a great experience.
The food pantry needs economic help, and that's really what the foundation has been able to provide. The food pantry has a need for staffing, for equipment, for trucks. And so with the assistance of the foundation, the pantry has been able to achieve some of those goals over the years.
We were really given a privilege to be able to run this foundation. It's really humbling to be able to look at the needs of the community and be able to do something about them.
It's beyond what I'm sure he thought would happen. If he were here, he would be so astonished that the size of this has grown the way it has. He would be so thrilled.
It would make my dad really happy, I believe, to know that the impact of his legacy is touching so many lives.
At the end of the day, they leave with a full cart and you live with a full heart.
This was his baby. I can't think of another cause that would be more important.
Good evening. I am thrilled and honored to be here with Laura and Michael Silver, who are also representing Gay Kornblum and Kathy Kornblum on behalf of the Harvey Kornblum Foundation. I have had the privilege to serve on the JFS board for many years in a number of roles, including board chair, but I think my most proud title at JFS is volunteer at the Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry. We just had the chance to learn a little about Harvey Kornblum, the foundation, and its 25 years of commitment to growing and sustaining the food pantry at JFS. If we can, for a moment, let's ground ourselves in what the Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry means to the people it serves. Yom Kippur was not long ago. For those who fasted, do you remember those moments of hunger during the day? That headache after missing your morning coffee? That tired feeling in the afternoon when you thought about a nap to take your focus off of the hunger pains you were experiencing? Well, that was one day, and that was by choice. Not everyone has a choice when it comes to hunger. By alleviating hunger, people, including children and seniors, can shift their focus from this most basic need to be more productive in all aspects of their lives, at school, at work, as a parent, as a person. The Harvey Kornblum Foundation understands that it takes people, staff as well as volunteers, as well as infrastructure and equipment in the form of freezers, forklifts, trucks, to serve all who turn to us. Consistently over the years, they have contributed to all aspects of the food pantry. You know that this much needed service can only exist thanks to our community. Additionally, through support from synagogues, churches, corporations, and social groups. Laura, Michael, Gay, and Kathy, our community is blessed to have you and the Harvey Kornblum Foundation in it. And we want to share that sentiment through this blessing bowl. As a gift of our gratitude, this unique bowl is filled with very special messages. Each scroll contains a statement from one of our clients, reflecting on how the services of JFS have influenced and improved their lives. We hope you enjoy reading them whenever you'd like to be reminded of the meaningful impact you have had on people throughout St. Louis.
Thank you.
Should we read one now? I want you to know that this is my last visit to the food pantry. I have a job now, and I'm caught up with my bills. Thank you for helping me and my family when we really needed it. Beautiful. We are honoring you tonight because of your vision, your generosity, and your dedication to making our world a better place. We are also honoring you, though, because you give so deeply and with so much humility, and we want this community to know how incredible you are.
Steve, thank you for this truly thoughtful and heartwarming gift. I know that I speak for all the trustees when I say that we are very touched by this meaningful event, and that we are proud to play a small role in the important work JFS does to make the world brighter for those who struggle within our community. Thank you to all of you who came to support us virtually and in person. Like JFS, we are not an organization that is comfortable with a lot of fanfare. We'd like to do our work quietly and behind the scenes, listening to those who know best about the needs within our community. But we feel very fortunate that Harvey gave us the opportunity and privilege to serve those in need and to be impactful to the St. Louis area. And we hope that we can inspire others to join us in making our community stronger. Steve, thank you for this truly thoughtful and heartwarming gift.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura, Michael, and Steve, for stepping in here to share the experience with our virtual guests. Enjoy the celebration this evening, and we'll catch up with you in the ballroom. So tonight's theme, the mask we wear, as you've seen on the invitations that we sent, was not chosen lightly. Yes, we've all been wearing masks during the pandemic, and what started out as a strange experience has become part of our normal lives. Our masks have served as a form of protection and safety for ourselves and for others. But we all wear figurative masks too, before the pandemic, today, and always. The appearance we give may not always reflect what someone is feeling inside. Perhaps we're trying to fit into a new environment, or we're experiencing grief that we don't want others to know about, or maybe we're just unsure about how to ask for help, concerned that others would judge us. We all wear these masks, and only when we can look past each other's masks are we able to see who we truly are.
Our JFS clients also wear masks, Brian. They may be timid or guarded when they first turn to JFS before we've built a relationship. They start by telling us a small piece of their life story, and as they begin to trust us, they start to remove their masks. We then get the opportunity to see and appreciate them in a deeper, more open way. And that's when the healing begins. Healing starts when people like Rachel and Tom arrive at the Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry to get food for their family. And on their third visit, as their masks start to come off, we learn that they are just one unpaid mortgage payment away from losing their home. Healing starts when Esther, an 82-year-old elderly caller, requests in-home homemaker support services to help with laundry and light housework so she can continue living in her home. And as the relationship starts to build with her JFS case manager and her mask comes down, we learn that she's quietly grieving the loss of her spouse of more than 50 years. And on top of that, due to a simple processing error, her small monthly income has been interrupted, something her case manager can easily help resolve.
Thanks, Miriam. Just great examples of what we're talking about. And because of each of you, JFS and our caring staff are here to help. As the masks our JFS clients wear slowly start to come off, their case managers, therapists, pantry staff, and volunteers are right there to listen and to expertly help. The years pass, the stories may change, but through it all, with your compassion and generosity, JFS endures. This year we recognize our 150th anniversary, 150 years of helping people to remove their masks and to transition from crisis to calm, from anguish to healing, from isolation to support. This year and tonight, we celebrate all that we've done together to ensure that a safety net of services is always here for our neighbors, our families, and our friends, year in and year out.
We don't do this work alone. Your generosity enables JFS to support and assist people experiencing financial uncertainty, food insecurity, loneliness, distress, and bereavement. Tonight, we thank you for being our partner in this work, and we ask for your continued support as we envision a future where no one falls through the cracks, where each of us knows there is a place we can turn to in times of need, and where children, families, and seniors, all of us really, know that JFS is here and committed to creating a safe and empowering space where we can all see beyond the masks. Just as Jewish Family Services was founded and then evolved based on the needs of our community, our clients' relationship with JFS also often evolves. Where our clients start isn't necessarily where they end, and we stay on that journey with them for however long it takes or however long they want us to be with them.
JFS has adapted over the years to respond to the changing needs of the community, and it will continue to do so. So today, in our 150th year, JFS provides services that support families and seniors, alleviates hunger, and improves mental health for more than 50,000 folks in St. Louis every year.
People in the community connect to JFS in many ways. As we get to know our client and the relationship builds, the walls come down and we learn so much more about each person, step by step, as they're comfortable. We rarely understand a person's comprehensive needs when we first meet them. They start by telling us one or two things that they feel safe talking about, Then our staff build relationships to get past the surface by figuratively walking with our clients at their own pace. We've helped our clients to increase their social interaction and overall quality of life by having a consistent caregiver in their home weekly, or even more frequently, and by connecting them to virtual and in-person activities.
In-home services provides the support and care needed to vulnerable seniors who live throughout St. Louis. Sharon, she came to us probably about 1.5 years ago. She initially identified to us that she had some significant back issues. Upon talking to her further, she also disclosed that she was suffering emotionally. She had suddenly lost her son in a military training exercise. She was really at a loss for, how am I going to maintain living in this home on my own? And that's whenever she'd reached out to Jewish Family Services.
My son died, and I was fighting depression and grief and physically couldn't get around. I needed help. I didn't know where to turn or what to do. I was drowning in despair. I called Jewish Family Services. The services I need is I need somebody to go to the market for me. I need somebody to cook for me and things I can't really do. I feel a lot happier having these things done, having this help, and getting to see her each week. Physically, I'm still the same, but I have help now, and you feel happy and blessed that somebody cared.
We want to make sure that any of our clients who come to us needing services, that we not only have that connection with them on our end, but we want to make sure any of the services that we provide to them, they also get that same level of care and connection. We really want to cater to that individual and meet the individual exactly where they're at, and we want to find that specific resource and provide that specific support that they need to stay in their homes and to stay independent.
We're here with them for as long as they need us and in whatever ways that they need us.
JFS continues to show its compassion, generosity, which has been evidenced by how our community came together over the past year to continue to provide the highest quality of care and services to more people than ever in our 150-year history. So we honor the tradition of our founders by offering a comprehensive continuum of care, impacting for the better tens of thousands of individuals of all faiths, races, ages, incomes, and abilities every year. So it starts by looking forward to be there for those in need while we continue through what may still be a long period of recovery, and especially for the most vulnerable.
Jewish Family Services was started 150 years ago by caring members of our community. And it's here now and will continue to be here long into the future because of you.
The world has changed since we were last together. Before the pandemic, JFS was already active on the front lines, addressing essential needs of families and seniors, alleviating hunger, and improving mental health. Those needs are real. They impact our families, our friends, and our neighbors. And then we faced COVID-19, creating a new and unforeseen needs for our services, and just as important, new challenges for delivering those services. The health crisis and its economic and mental health impact deeply affected those who were already facing personal concerns or living in under-resourced neighborhoods. And the sudden impact of job loss, financial insecurity, and emotional challenges only added to an already challenging environment. But there is a ray of light in this story, and the ray of light is you. That's because supporters like you have helped ensure JFS already had the resources in place to meet the increased needs caused by the pandemic. Now it's up to us, all of us, to make sure JFS is here through the end of this pandemic and beyond. When we were together in person, remember how good it felt to raise your program in the air and have your number called? That's a rewarding feeling, knowing how you're helping others. I promise you, you'll get that same energizing feeling when you press that donate button and press it maybe more than once. I'm getting that feeling right now, just talking about it. The donation webpage provides donation options from $100 to $5,000 tax-deductible dollars. You can also pick an amount that is meaningful to you. These dollar amounts aren't just numbers on a page. They are programs and services. They are resources. They are people. $5,000 goes right to elementary students, teachers, and parents in the form of child abuse prevention. JFS can engage and educate an entire school about body safety and internet safety. That $1,800 option, it is homemaker services for an elderly couple for 6 months. You are honoring and celebrating their lives by allowing that couple to remain safe and independent in their home. What about that $1,000 tax-deductible button? 5 families can receive funds to avoid utility disconnection while they work to get back on their feet. And as the weather turns cold, it's a very timely gift. Now, $500 ensures a young adult facing anxiety and depression can receive a month of weekly counseling. We are seeing a surge in the demand for mental health needs among our children as we now start to understand the emotional toll the pandemic has had on our youth. Our pediatric behavioral health beds are full in our region. JFS's services in this space are more important than ever before. Now, for $250, JFS's chaplaincy team is able to provide 3 visits to isolated Jewish individuals in their homes, hospitals, and care residences across St. Louis. And for 100 tax-deductible dollars, as we celebrate the Harvey Kornblum Jewish Food Pantry this evening, you are able to provide 1 month of food and personal items for a couple with a young child. Or feel free to count the months you'd like to support and multiply that by $100 for your donation. You already know the unique value and incredible support JFS brings to our community. Otherwise, you wouldn't be with us tonight. I want to thank you for rallying behind JFS's mission and supporting the people and programs who bring that mission to life. I want to turn it back over to Brian, but I want to thank you one more time. Thank you.
Thank you, Fletcher, and thank you, everyone, for your generous donations. Now, before you enjoy the wonderful meals you picked up from the Ritz, and Miriam and I head back into the ballroom, I'd like to invite the head of our JFS Community Chaplaincy team, Rabbi Janine Schloss, to lead us in the motzi.
In the Jewish tradition, before we eat our meals, we thank God for bringing bread from the earth. But bread does not come directly from the earth. Wheat and other grains grow in the earth, and then people need to harvest it, process it, mix it with other ingredients, shape it, and bake it. So why do we thank God for giving us bread from the earth? To remind us that when we do sacred work like feeding those in need, it takes a partnership between the divine and the human. We need to be partners in the work of supporting families and seniors, alleviating hunger, improving mental health. Only then will we make our world a better place for all. And so we sing, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Thank you, God, for letting us be your partners in bringing bread from the earth. Amen b'te'avon.
Thank you, Rabbi. And our gratitude extends to all of you who joined us tonight from home.
Your contributions will touch so many lives in our community. And beyond the dollars, your support through volunteering and advocacy are vital to JFS and everyone we serve.
The St. Louis community leaders of 150 years ago, the founders of JFS, never could have imagined the organization that exists today. The breadth of programs, the skill and expertise of our staff, and the number of lives we touch. But we know they would be proud seeing our continued collective efforts on behalf of our community.
Because of you, 150 years is truly just the beginning.
Congratulations to JFS for 150 years.
Happy 150th anniversary.
Congratulations on 150 years, JFS.
Congratulations on 150 years, JFS.
Let's celebrate the 150 years. Mazel tov.
Congrats on 150 years, JFS.
Happy 150th anniversary, JFS.
Congratulations, JFS, on 150 years.
Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful evening.